So macOS, probably my favorite update from the whole event. I thought it was going to be the smallest, but surprisingly macOS was my favorite. So macOS Monterey, that's the new name. I was really hoping for Mammoth. I don't know why, it just made me think of Ice Age and just made me think of a better time in my childhood. Mammoth would have been great, but Monterey is really nice too. It's very nice on the tongue, I guess. If you can hear the wind outside, I don't know what's going on outside, but it's pretty late at night, so let's get into this. First thing I wrote down when in my sleep-deprived note-taking area was fusion of power. As Craig Federici said, and just really spoke to me, you know, the macOS, the fusion of power, the Mac. My favorite thing that they said with the Mac was universal control. I'm gonna get to that now. I'm getting ahead of myself. They also mentioned a bunch of things when they talked about iOS and iPadOS, and a lot of those things come over to Mac as well. So if you're interested in knowing what these are, I did go in more detail on these with my iOS 15 video. If you want to check that, I'll have that in the eye up top for you guys. But macOS did get a few other features that just come with iPadOS and iOS 15. So we have SharePlay, that's where in FaceTime calls where you can share media such as music and TV shows and your screen. You can share that in a FaceTime call and all the other things that came with FaceTime. So you can now create meetings, links on FaceTime. Android users can now join in on a group FaceTime call through their browser. What else? Yeah, all those kind of stuff that are also coming to Mac as well. We also have Shared With You, which is basically where a bunch of things that people share with you through the Messages app now are laying in their designated apps in their own area, which is called Shared With You. So for instance, if someone shared a certain album or something or a certain song in Messages, it will now be in the Music app under the Shared For You sections. So you can see all the music that people have sent you through the Messages app. Things like that. Shared With You looks really nice. Focus is also something that they announced, mainly focused on it. See what I did there? They mainly focused on it with the iOS update. So Focus basically allows you to set your priority or focus on a certain part of your life. So for instance, they had different categories such as personal or work. And when you set your focus to personal, your notifications and widgets kind of adjust to whatever you do in your personal time. And when you set your focus to work, you'll only get notifications and widgets based on like work related things such as messages from colleagues or things like that. I don't know how it's going to work. It confused me a lot, but that's all coming to Mac as well. And if you set, like for instance, if you set your focus on your phone to personal, it will also set your focus across all your devices on personal. Yeah, focus. I clearly didn't focus enough on the event because otherwise I wouldn't understand this. Another thing that they announced with iPadOS actually was Quick Notes. So you can easily jot notes to Quick Note. Again, didn't get it. I struggled to grasp exactly what they're doing in the demos, but it looked really cool. It's for productivity, so you can quickly make a note about something and then just take it away, especially with different websites and things. It looked really cool. I think I'm gonna use it a lot, especially like when you're doing research and things on certain websites. You can quickly make a note on that topic. Really cool. You can see my clips on the screen. It will explain it better. Back to universal control that I said is my favorite thing. My jaw dropped and I was still like, what on earth is happening? So universal control basically allows you to work from your Mac to your iPad if it's standing here. Wait, let me just like, okay. I have my iPad here. So if my Mac's here, my iPad's here, you can work with your trackpad on your Mac, drag something from your Mac to your iPad with this cursor from your Mac, drag it over, work on something, drag a file from your iPad directly with the same trackpad on your Mac from your iPad to your Mac, and then you can also start drag something. If I had like an iMac here that they showed, drag something from my iPad through my MacBook to my iMac. It looked really cool and I don't get how they're doing it. I saw a tweet of someone said like the whole universal control makes AirDrop literal because like it's literally dragging something in air to another device in real time. So I love that, and I'm excited to see how it works. But that really, I loved it. Universal control was my favorite part of the whole event, and the only thing that really made me like, wow. AirPlay to Mac is really nice, so you can AirPlay things from your phone or something to your Mac. I always thought like that would be pretty cool, so we have that now. That's really nice, just a great way to build the ecosystem even more. We're also now getting shortcuts to the Mac, so you know, all the shortcuts that you make, you can now have it on your Mac. I personally don't use shortcuts that much. I just haven't looked into it much, and I think it's pretty cool, but I just don't use it as much as I should. But shortcuts are now coming to Mac, so if you're an avid person who makes shortcuts and things and talks to Sirui a lot, shortcuts are now coming to Mac, which is really nice. They also have like a dedicated library of already made shortcuts for Mac, so I'll probably browse through those and see if anything's really useful for me. And then the last thing they really talked about, which I'm really excited to see, is Safari. So Safari's whole interface kind of changed, so they made a whole new design for Safari. Tabs are now more minimal and have their own little area at the top. Your search bar is now in your active tab. It doesn't like take up its entire space. It's really more concise, the whole look of it. You can also now make tab groups. So for instance, say let's take the example they used in the event, you're planning a trip, and then you have a bunch of tabs open for research for that trip. You can then group all those tabs in a tab group and then continue browsing to something else. And then when you go to that tab group, all your tabs are still there that you were busy researching. So if you're not done, just save all those tabs in a group, make a new window or something, and then just do whatever you want to do. Come back to that. Yeah, I feel like I'm very bad at explaining things this late at night. Tab groups looks really cool, I guess. I also mentioned this in my iOS video. You can now have like the extensions that you have on Safari, so Grammarly, Momentum, all that stuff. You can now have them on your iPad and your iPhone. So that's not really relevant to this video, but I just wanted to share that. So that's also something. It's pretty cool. Also, Apple killed VPNs with iCloud Plus. Again, I don't get what it is. I don't understand it fully, but it looks pretty cool. And the whole hide my email thing is really nice as well. So I'm really excited to be seeing how that works. So that was everything on Mac OS. Let me just see here. What was my favorite thing? If I have to look, I love these diagrams that Apple show at the end of an event of like category. It just helps organize everything a lot. I guess my most, oh yeah, universal control was definitely my favorite thing. And also, I guess Safari. It's going to be pretty cool to see like Safari and the new look. So yeah, that's really all I needed to say about Mac. Excited for it. Still, they didn't bring out the new MacBook Pros, and it would just have been such a great event if they just, like, everything would have just made it better if it just had the new MacBook Pros. And it's not Apple's fault. They didn't say we're gonna get it. It's the rumors to impress her. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go edit now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the Mac OS thing and MacOS Monterey. What were your thoughts? Are you happy about like what happened at the event? Did it meet all your expectations? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I'm delirious.